What's up, goats? And before we start, I just have to say, Halo 3 is the best Halo. Now, it's not even my favorite Halo game, and I can say with 100% certainty that it is the best Halo. It had probably the best marketing of any game ever with that dope-ass Super Bowl commercial. The multiplayer is the best in the series, and of course it also introduced Forge, a staple in Halo ever since. Whenever you bring up the topic of best video game of all time, Halo 3 has to be in the conversation. I remember the campaign being so much fun and really well thought out, since it was the culmination of the trilogy. But does it still hold up in 2023, and is it near perfect like the title suggests? Let's dive right in and find out.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that?
The game starts with Cortana explaining why she picked Chief, and it's because he has luck. So Chief is Irish confirmed. Then a hunk of metal falls off a crashing ship. I wonder what that was. Holy shit, it was Chief! Then Sergeant Goddamn Johnson makes his appearance, and he wants to look at Chief's 400GB folder named Homework.
Yeah, you're not.
Chief then tells Johnson that Cortana stayed behind. Now you go through the tutorial, which is just looking up and down. Then Chief sees something shimmering. It's Arbiter, and Chief sticks a gun in his mouth like Kurt Cobain. Then Johnson gives Chief a weapon. Give me that shit! Your first objective is to get to a river for evac. And damn, for a game that's 16 years old, these graphics still hold up. Like, look at this fucking waterfall. God damn. You spot some Covenant, and the Brutes of course have taken the position of the Elites, getting new armor that breaks off like a shield. Then I spot what I think is the first ladder in a Halo game, but I could be wrong. Either way, it just feels wrong to go up it. You kill some more Covenant and head through this cave, and Arbiter says the only reason the grunts are still loyal to truth is fear. Fucking pussy. You slaughter more Covenant and see this sergeant getting killed, and I choose to watch because it's funnier. You reach this cave, and here's the first of many fucking hallucinations of Cortana that Chief experiences. It slows you down and you can't move, and it's fucking just annoying. It's awful. You reach the river and see that your evac has crashed, and I guess at some point Johnson got on one of those pelicans when I wasn't looking, so now you have to head towards his crash site. You fight through the forest some more and get a taste of the new mechanic, the equipment, which is basically something you pick up and can activate at any time like an ability. I stick this grunt and all the nades on the floor kill me. It's good to know that's still a thing. You reach this dam and see Johnson getting tossed around like a doll, so now you have to rescue him, which is easier said than done because there's a fuck ton of guys here, including this gravity hammer brute who just fucking blinds me. Yep, that's what I love seeing in the middle of the night. The gravity hammer is pretty dope though. You reach Sergeant Johnson and now you have to hold your ground and wait for evac. It's a pretty standard holdout section, except I get beamed and have to restart it. That shit was abnormal, by the way. You hop in the Pelican and head for a base in the jungle, and the mission ends. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's a great starting mission, and the forest has really good graphics.
Sorry for the tight squeeze. Tell the commander her ace is in the hole.
This mission starts with you landing in the crow's nest, and these motherfuckers are gawking at you. You meet Miranda Keyes again, and she tells you that Truth is digging for the Ark. Then Lord Hood proposes a plan to attack. The power goes out, and the main ballsack Truth shows up, throwing around threats as usual. Now Miranda wants to extract all of the wounded, and the sergeants want a rally point.
To war.
That's not a rally point, you dumb bitch. Miranda then sends you to secure the perimeter defenses. You walk through to the hangar, and these guys get shit on by a nade. You start fighting, and there's a pretty cool Easter egg at the end of this tunnel. If you walk up to these guys, they'll be arguing about a password.
Password, please!
You gotta be kidding me! What password?
The password so we don't open the door for brutes!
If you didn't realize, I think that's Tucker and Donut from Red vs. Blue, but I could be wrong. And it also changes with the difficulty you're playing on. You reach the hangar and have to clear it. And you could just rip the turret off like heavy weapons guy. Pretty dope. At one point I used the blind orb thing and it's just fucking useless since you can't see shit either. You clear the hangar and Johnson tells you to walk back to the ops center. And now you have to backtrack all the way to the beginning. While you're walking there, you see the annoying ass drones again. And there's even more of them here than in Halo 2. I mean, look at this shit. At the ops center, oh god, Miranda does not look good on camera. Anyway, they're setting up a bomb to blow this place to hell. While they're doing that, you have to save the Marines in the barracks. And this first area was trouble for me. I mean, I start off like John Wick killing brutes left and right, but then I get one tap by the chieftain. Then I die several more times because I'm just fucking bad apparently. You drop down this hole and another Cortana thingy happens. And what I got from all of these is that they don't really matter at all. Like, she doesn't really say anything of significance. You run into the Arbiter and... Anyway, both of you just clean up the barracks. You head up this elevator and Johnson says they lost the control room. So I guess you know where we're heading. But first you gotta kill these flying brutes. Now you gotta walk far as hell while backtracking and Cortana bitching at you, so that's great. At least the backtracking kinda makes sense since you're just following Miranda's orders and it's confined to this small bunker, so I can kind of understand. You reach the ops center and clear the room. You arm the bomb and haul ass out of there, back to the hangar. Now's not the time, you dumbass bitch. You head down this elevator and the mission ends with the fireball. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The combat was fun, and the backtracking kinda made sense, but it's still one of the weaker missions in the game.
What happened?
After waking up for the blast, Miranda tells you to reach the town of Voy, so you take a warthog. And after you go through this tunnel, the game kind of opens up. I mean, there's still only one path to take, but it's nice having some vehicle combat. And you already know the Marine goes hard on the turret. This is also where they introduce my favorite vehicle in Halo, the chopper. This thing is just badass. It has a double firing cannon on the front and a boost which can ram through other vehicles. You reach this highway and comms say the Covenant found something. I make this first jump, but miss the second one like a bitch. You continue on foot and have to defend this area until some pelicans show up. You get a sniper, which I'm really ass with for some reason.
Nope. 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 Nope.
They send a Wraith after you, but you just beat it up like my father beats me. Johnson drops you a Warthog and you still have to travel to Voy. Now this part was a giant pain in my ass. Like, I jump out to grab a chopper, but then get jump scared by one instead. I died 5 more times on this part alone. I don't know why it was so tough for me. Probably because I'm bad. You reach the entrance to Voy and have to clear the area, and I die again because I'm mentally ill. After you clear the area, Miranda shows up, and the Covenant fully uncovered the Ark. Not good. Then the mission ends. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It was pretty fun driving around in different vehicles, even though I got shit on multiple times. This mission starts with you riding in the passenger seat. Your objective is to destroy anti-air cannons so that Lord Hood's fleet can get through. I walk in with dual pistols like Leon Kennedy and just shit on the Covenant. You grab a ghost and reach this open area where I get shit on. You destroy the cannon and move to the next area. After another annoying ass Cortana thingy, you hop on a mongoose with a rocket marine passenger. You keep mopping up brutes until...
Scarab! Find some cover! Now!
Oh shit, it's a Scarab fight, bitches! And they somehow improved on the Halo 2 Scarab fight by allowing you multiple ways to take it down. You can shoot at its back armor until it breaks and launch a rocket into the core, or you can do it the normal way and destroy one of its legs and jump on it, which in my opinion is way more fun. After the Scarab blows up with a beautiful explosion, you have one more anti-air cannon to destroy, and you got Arbiter with you, so that's cool. You fight in this warehouse until you see some hunters who get shit on in 2 shots. You reach the cannon and clear the area. You shoot the glowy thingy and the cannon explodes. Then Chief poses cool as shit. Lord Hood's fleet attack the ship, but it makes a weird ass wormhole or something. Then a flood infected ship comes out of nowhere and crash lands. Then the mission ends. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I don't know how, but they improved on the Scarab fight from Halo 2, and even though the area wasn't open, they still made vehicle combat pretty fun. Now this mission is where things get a bit iffy for me. Instead of following truth right away, you now have to deal with the flood infestation. So you have to pretty much backtrack through the last level. I mean, it's not that bad since the flood plays so different from the Covenant and the whole atmosphere of the level has changed. Anyway, you walk through the warehouse fighting flood, and you even get a flamethrower, which is pretty beast. Then you see a soldier mimicking that soldier from Halo 1 that tried to shoot you. I try to slap him out of it, but I busted his skull open by accident. You get a call from a shipmaster and he drops elites to help with the flood. Then one of the elites say that High Charity has become a flood hive, so that's not good. You keep fighting until Miranda says that Cortana is on that ship, so you have to find her. Then you see these weirdo flood that can like change shape, which is really fucking annoying. You hop into a ship, and now Gravemind is doing the Cortana thing where you walk slow as hell. In the ship, you spot Cortana, and this bitch Guilty Spark shows up and tries to take Cortana and says he's trying to help. And Chief is like, bruh, didn't you just try to kill us in Halo 1? Anyway, Chief trusts him and you hop in this Phantom. On the ship, you see the shipmaster is actually the white armor elite from Halo 2. Guilty Spark gets the thing working, but it's just a message from Cortana. She says that the big ass Destiny looking ball has a solution to stop the flood on the other side. Lord Hood is skeptical and doesn't trust the elites, and rightfully so, they fucking massacre the humans. But eventually he agrees to let Miranda and Chief go with one ship, the forward onto Dawn. And a funny part happens when the human and elites exchange weapons. Yo, why the elites posted up like that though? Then the mission ends. This mission was a third backtracking, a third in that ship, and a third of cutscenes. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. With so many great missions in this game, this one kind of falls through the cracks, and fuck backtracking. After going through the portal, you arrive at this thing called the Ark, which looks to be 500 times bigger than the Halo rings.
Shipmaster, they outnumber us 3-1.
Then it is an even fight.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
While he fights up there, you and Johnson head down to the surface to find Truth. You land and have to clear the anti-air cannons from Miranda's ship. You find some Covenant and slaughter them. They give me a sniper, so you already know I'm dirty with it. You shit on some hunters and move through the caves. You reach this open area, and look at this smug ass fucker. You clear this crash site, and this weird brute vehicle, which I think is called the Prowler, comes out of nowhere, but it gets shit on. You hop on a mongoose, but I get off in an instant for a chopper. These things are just too much fun to drive around in. You reach this massive door, and Johnson says the map room is on the other side, but you can't open it right now, so you move on. You reach and clear the landing site and see the forward onto Dawn land.
Comes! Is the Dawn rated for atmosphere? I guess we're gonna find out. Hey, take cover!
Which is a really cool moment because you see how big the ship really is, and it's all in game, which is pretty impressive. Miranda drops 3 tanks, so you take one and head back to the door. Guilty Spark opens the door, and it's only this tiny bit, so you hop out and head inside. You activate this bridge for the tanks and head outside.
What's that noise, Stitch? What the fuck?
You get a Gauss Hog and just shit on a ton of vehicles until you have to fight the Scarab, and it's pretty much the same as the last one. You can take it out however you want. Me personally, I tried to park my Warthog on that bitch, but eventually I just took out the legs and shit on the core. Now you have to head up this Forerunner structure and follow Guilty Spark. Also, Arbiter gets dropped off, so that's cool. You enter this room and this brute is pissing in the corner. Nasty ass monkey. You fight in a couple more areas and reach the map room. And damn, we outside the galaxy. Guilty Spark shows you where Truth is, and apparently he has a barrier around the core, and Guilty Spark says it's really important to get past the barrier. Some Covenants show up, and you have to head down a floor for evac. Once down there, this brute challenges you to a single combat, and this motherfucker is sticky proof. After you kill him, his lackeys jump in and get shit on. Johnson picks you up and the mission ends. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It has everything you want in a Halo mission. Vehicle combat, on foot combat, dope ass music. It even has a Scarab fight. Shit's goated. This mission starts off with humans and elites flying side by side. You gotta disable 3 generators to take down the massive shield. You hop out and start fighting immediately. You also get the Spartan laser, which is a charged up heavy weapon that launches a massive laser beam. Pretty badass. I get hella flashbang for like 12 seconds. Then I take out an anti-air cannon. A Pelican drops a Warthog and you start heading towards the first shield tower. You engage in vehicle combat and eventually reach the tower, which is hella guarded. Not gonna lie, I died here a couple times just because I'm a dumbass. But you start heading underground once the area is clear. You enter the tower and clear the bottom floor, then take the elevator up to the top where a shit ton of monkeys are waiting for you. Once you shut down the machine, you see that Arbiter also shut his down, but Johnson couldn't get his. So you get back to the beach and grab a Hornet, which is this badass little hovercraft which has a machine gun as well as rockets. Pretty fucking awesome. After fighting in the air for a minute, you clear the landing zone on the 3rd tower and say what up to Arbiter. You head inside and those annoying ass gnats show up, along with some hunters who get shit on. You head up the elevator and clear the brutes. You hit the switch and the shield drops. Then High Charity shows up out of nowhere and the Flood joined the equation. You head down the elevator and outside and hop in the tank. You start moving to kill Truth and reach a snowy area.
I count 2 scarabs. Repeat, 2 scarabs.
So now you have to fight 2 of the bitches at the same time, and it's pretty challenging because when you're focused on one, the other's just fucking you up with this cannon. After you take them both down, you and the Arbiter walk up this long ass walkway, and a cutscene plays where Truth is talking about activating the rings, and he can do it since Johnson has been captured, dumbass. Then Miranda just busts in and tries to save Johnson, but she realizes the only way to stop it is to kill Johnson and then herself.
And you. Now. No!
You fucking idiot. Well, rip Miranda keys. Truth activates the arc, and the rings start lighting up. Chief and Arbiter reach the top, and the Flood actually wants to help you, since it's in their best interests. So you fight along the Flood for the first time in the series, and honestly, they kind of suck. You fight like 1,000 guys on this bridge, and reach the end, where you see Johnson mourning Miranda, and you see that Truth has been infected by the Flood. As Chief shuts down the ring, Arbiter silences Truth.
You must be silenced.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch!
Now, of course, the Flood turned against you, and you try to hop on the Pelican, but you get shit on.
Betrayed one villain for another.
So now you gotta survive against the Flood, which basically means just head back across the bridge while this spooky ass music plays. Once down the lift, Chief sees like Ghost Cortana or something and follows it. He opens the shutter and sees that Installation 04, the one that Chief blew up in Halo CE, is being rebuilt. Chief's plan is to fire it, which hopefully destroys the Ark. So he looks towards the Crash High Charity and the mission ends. This is regarded as one of, if not the best Halo mission. It's just so diverse in the gameplay and it finally puts an end to truth, so I'll give it a 10 out of 10. So you know how the title says near perfect? Well, this is that imperfect part. Chief heads to the wreckage of High Charity, and your mission is to get Cortana out so she can activate the Halo ring. Now this is a Flood mission. You only fight Flood the whole time, paired with the fact that you get stopped what feels like every 30 seconds so that either Gravemind or Cortana can talk to you. It just makes this mission really fucking annoying. I would go as far to say that this mission is worse than the library from Halo CE. You reach the first main area, and a shit ton of Flood just appear. I mean, look at the minimap. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? Once you get past that part, you get slowed again. And I actually counted 11 times. 11 times in this one mission you get slowed like this. I don't know if the devs were on meth or something when they made this, but they had to be on something. You walk through the ship while fighting tons and tons of Flood until you finally reach Cortana, and her and Chief have a nice moment together.
You keep it. I do know how to pick 'em.
Lucky me.
She still has the index, so we're chilling, but now you have to get out of this place, and Cortana calls back to Halo CE.
Down. There's 2 of us in here now, remember?
Now you have to backtrack to that first area with all the Flood. But first, you have to blow this bitch up. So you have to destroy the reactor, which are these 3 pillars. Now guys, I know I say I die to bullshit a lot, but this is 100% KFC certified bullshit. What the fuck?
You heard it, Chief. But not for long.
What?
We need to get to Halo.
No. Oh my god, bro. Like, what the fuck even happened right there? The game just said fuck you and flung me off the thing. After getting fucked a couple more times, you reach that area, and Arbiter, like the actual bro he is waiting there for you. You hop in the Pelican and dip. Then the mission ends. I said it was worse than the library, but I did like that nice moment between Chief and Cortana, so I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Just really fucked. This is the final mission in the game, and you are on a Halo ring for the first time in Halo 3. Crashland, and just like the game says, it's all come full circle. You head down the snowy cavern until you reach this wide open area where a battle with the Flood ensues. Cortana says the control room is at the top of the tower, so that's your objective. I gotta say, I love the Flood, and I think they're so cool and horrifying, but I fucking hate fighting them. All the cool little quirks that the Covenant have, like the grunts running away when you kill their elite, are just thrown out the window, and it basically becomes a matter of, okay, how many enemies can we put in this area to make it difficult? Johnson shows up with a Spartan laser and covers you. Now you have to defend the area because bitch-ass Guilty Spark won't open the door with the Flood here. Once you clear the area, you 3 head to the control room where Guilty Spark is waiting. Chief gives Cortana to Johnson, and he goes to put her in the system while Guilty Spark is blabbing.
But a premature firing will destroy the Ark.
Deal with it.
Will destroy this installation. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
You motherfucker. Now you have to fight Guilty Spark, and it's a boss fight, which Halo does poorly, and this one is no exception. Guilty Spark has 2 moves, the laser beam and an AoE attack that pushes you back. Johnson Spartan lasers him and he backs off. You grab the laser, and with 2 blasts, Guilty Spark is dead. Then Sergeant Johnson dies from his wounds. Rip the fucking goat. Cortana activates the ring, and there's a badass shot with Chief before he dips. Now you have to get to the forward onto Dawn, so you head back outside and head up the mountain and walk along this path. I kind of get PTSD from one of these rooms like in Halo CE, but you get outside and get in a Warthog. Then you do the second Warthog run, and this one is way better. Not to say the CE one is bad or anything. You drive on the unfinished parts of the ring while shit's just exploding all around you. You head through the tunnels and take jumps, and honestly, it's one of my favorite moments in gaming, even though I suck dick at driving. I mean, look at this shit. It's just fucking awesome. You see the ship, so you jump into the hangar. You and Arbiter are both chilling, but then he dodges a tank. Cortana takes off, and Chief almost gets shit on.
Chief!
Then Chief and Cortana share one last moment together in case they don't make it.
It's been an honor serving with you, John.
Then a cutscene plays showing Lord Hood at a memorial of all the people who were lost during the Human Covenant War, and you see that half of the Forward Onto Dawn made it, along with the Arbiter.
You have my thanks for standing by him to the end. Heart to believe he's dead.
Were it so easy.
That's why Arbiter's the fucking GOAT. He still believes Chief is alive. Arbiter takes control of the ship and is now like the leader of his race. Then one last cutscene plays where Chief and Cortana are alive, floating in space, years away from any civilization. Chief puts himself in a cryo chamber and says,
"Wake me when you need me."
Then the game ends. I'll give this mission a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's the culmination of the journey, and that Warthog run is legendary. The only thing I'm not a fan of is of course the Flood, but that's a nitpick for this level. Halo 3's campaign, and just Halo 3 in general, is one of the best games ever made. This is what happens when a group of talented people find a formula and perfect it. And obviously, this game isn't perfect, no game is, but it definitely gets close. I'd give this campaign a 9 out of 10. There's not much left to say, but it's the GOAT of all the Halo games. Now the multiplayer is also, in my opinion, the best in the series. It hits that perfect balance between casual and competitive gameplay. They nerfed the BR so it's not as OP as in Halo 2, but it's still really good. Most of the maps are perfectly balanced, the power weapons are in good spots, and the armor and art style is top notch. Also, this game added Infection, which is a god tier game mode, but where the multiplayer becomes GOAT status is in the Forge. Forge is a map editor where you can pretty much do whatever you like. You can make game modes or race maps, you can rework old maps, and place weapons and power-ups down. I can't tell you how many iconic game modes were made in this editor like Griffball, but Forge is something that keeps the game alive way after developers stop supporting it, and it's amazing. But if you want to know why Halo 3 was so good, I recommend you watch this video by Wheezy. It dives deep into what made this game so special. But anyway guys, that's my review of Halo 3. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and of course like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.